Welcome back to Miami. The second day of racing for the AON 2023 Etchells World Championship is Bacardi Race Day. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2B TV. The Etchells was designed by EWAK Skip Etchells in 1966 in response to a challenge put forth by Yachting Magazine in '65. The challenge was to design and build the new three-man Olympic boat and bring them to a starting line to compete. The result was the Etchells. Even though the original design won most of the races amongst the contenders in 2 iterations of the competition, the Soling ended up being the Olympic class boat. But the fire was lit and the Etchells design was firmed up and recognized as an international class as a one design by 1974. After 2 general recalls yesterday and 1 this morning, a uniform start for race number 3.
The test and the X flag. 7, please clear the race course. Bow 11 and bow 9-7, please clear the race course.
The Corinthian division is fairly strong here. Jonah Pruitt on Jeremiah, a local Coral Reef Yacht Club. Even after a 2.2 nautical mile beat, we are tight at the top. 77 makes the cross on starboard. John Sami from Darien, Connecticut. Veracity, 81, managing to flip it in there. For second place, Louise, Thomas Caruthers. We're running a course 1 today as well, so that's 4 legs, 2 up, 2 down. Lead change 81 took over the lead downwind. Tom Caruthers, we have a split between 1-2. 7-7 Veracity taking a left turn. Miami and the Biscayne Bay has been hosting Etchells events since 1998, and they've since grown to hosting 5 major events every year. The Piana Cup, the Sidney Doran Memorial, Florida State Championships, the Midwinters East Regatta, and the Coral Reef Cup. And this, believe it or not, is their very first time hosting Worlds. Dave Brennan, PRO, has the story.
I've been involved with the Etchells class for more than 20 years. Many of these sailors here were my old friends. I've navigated their boats in the SORC, so it's really, really a lot of fun for me and my whole race committee. We were asked to do the Worlds many times over the last 20 years, and because of the amount of work and effort it takes, we turned them down because it was so hard and it was so difficult. And finally we caved in, and this is the result. It's been a year and a half of serious hard work.
Bow 29 is right in the middle, deciding to go right or left. It's a big gate, so you can choose either one. They're going to make a left turn. They appear to be our top Corinthian this race. Viva, John Jesberg from Belvedere, California. On the second and last upwind, Bad Martha, Connor Needham working his way back upwind. They were the top Corinthian coming into today. The left turn gate for bow 77 works out. They work the right side of the course and retake the lead of race number 3 by a landslide. Bow number 5 from Canada, it's another conspiracy. Adrian Hanley from Oakville, Ontario, sailing Corinthian. Veracity, John Salmi, wins race number 3. And having a stellar last downwind, Mark Thornborough coming into today in 3rd place overall from Hong Kong, pulls off a 2nd. The 4th race on Bacardi Race Day is about to begin, and bow 43 is aiming to win the pin from Australia. Jean-Claude Strong from Woolloomooloo, New South Wales. We have had a general at least once every start so far. Race number 4, no different. Finn, bow 28, winning the pin, and this time a Corinthian from Hamilton Harbor Yacht Club in Naples, Florida. The breeze is very up and down. Big puffs come from the right, and when it settles down, these low cumulonimbus clouds sending in some lefties. The entire fleet enters this first top mark on port. Jim Cunningham, our Etchells class president, in the lead. First downwind leg, the sun is starting to come out. Bow 71 is flying colors. Ken Womack from Houston, Texas, representing Texas Corinthian Yacht Club. Lead change. We have a new winner around the leeward mark. Bow 16 is Lydia. Josh Powell from Washington, D.C., Gull Lake Yacht Club. Jim Cunningham on bow 4 is our reigning North American champion. That regatta happened about a month ago right here. That really speaks to the extreme competitiveness of this fleet. Not sure the same leader has led around any top mark this whole event. Jockeying for position around the leeward gate, hull number 51, trying to give room to some inside boats. It's one of our Corinthian teams, Blackadder 2, Andrew Cumming, the current vice president of the Etchells class.
My time in the class doesn't go back all that long, only 30 years. But when I got in the class, there weren't many pros in the mid-90s. We've started to have a lot more pros into the 2000s, and it built, and to the point where I'd say 5 or 6 years ago, it was, I would say, 80–90% of the boats were fully pro'd up. It's scaring a lot of people away who are really the lifeblood of the class. It's the local sailors that are usually amateur in their local fleets, back in Marblehead, back in San Francisco, back in Toronto, who ultimately provide the personnel to keep this class alive. There's a big effort to bring the Corinthian spirit back to the Etchells class, and we think that's going to help keep the class alive for another 50 years.
The breeze is shifting. We have a new course change to 250, going big left. Bow 16 still in the lead, but it is so close. Lead change again. Jim Cunningham has retaken the lead. This is a course 5, so they will be finishing upwind. This is their last beat. The pressure has really dropped off as well, probably down to about 10 knots now. Lots of gear changing happening. .53 around next is Peter Duncan, Oatmeal. He finished first in the 2023 Florida States. Bow 10 likes to play the bottom right. It's Mendocino Hayden Scott from Vail, Colorado. After a battle all the way around the race course, Jim Cunningham does manage to pull off a win in race number 4 with Steve Hunt, Eric Champagne, and Serena Village aboard. After a day full of wind shifts and lead changes, the top 4 boats overall are fresh faces. Jim Cunningham on Lifted, the winner of race 4, moves up to 4th. Jay Cross's Skanky Jean is tied and losing that tie to Peter Duncan's Oatmeal in 2nd, and John Salmi on Veracity is in 1st by 15 points. Don Jesberg's Viva rounds out the leaderboard as top Corinthian. 3 races are on the schedule for tomorrow. Join us then to see what more surprises are in store. For T2P TV, this is Ashley Love.